Well, hi, I'm back again, and with another drunken, well, not really, but getting there, B-grade movie review. And I thought to get this really going, let's deal with something which is basically a true sort of modern B-grade monster classic. And you can't get any better, in my opinion, than Two-Headed Shark Attack. Ooh, yes. And here it is. If you can see that. Yep. And I don't know, try to get a look at that. Yep. But basically, as the title says, basically one body, two heads, and 6,000 teeth. Look, it is absolute gem. It stars Brooke Hogan and, of course, Brooke Hogan's boobs, because I think they actually get a second credit, Charlie O'Connell and Carmen Electra. So you know that we're going to be on quality just from this cast alone. Now, the basic story of this, and really, look, you've got to have a drink, because this is something which is just perfect to sit back on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday night, have a drink and just forget about your troubles and just pure escapism. So let's do that right now, shall we? Here we go. Working through this, lovely. It's a public holiday here, so might have a second one or a third. You might even tempt me at a fourth, but I'm trying to be good. Anyway, back to the movie. Now, Two-Headed Shark Attack. So what is basically going on in this movie? Well, realistically, what you've got, not realistically, it's actually what happens. I'm just rambling because I don't script these things. I just make it up as I go along. So, and of course, red wine does not help. And especially when I go from side to side and all the rest of it. Anyway, I'm only doing that because I don't know what to say next. Here we go. Okay, the movie. I choose to start now. We've got a group of university students who are out sailing around the high seas. It is, of course, actually filmed in the Florida Keys, but we won't mention that. And of course, their boat strikes something, which is a half-eaten whale, which of course has been attacked by the two-headed shark, and the boat starts to sink. So they all then travel across to a volcanic island, which, surprise, surprise, is also sinking. So of course, now we have a sinking ship and we have a sinking island. They have to travel between the two all the time, and of course, one by one, they slowly get eaten. Of course, we know what's going to happen, don't we? The wonderful thing about this movie, of course, like all these offerings from Asylum, which of course this little gem is that of course the size of the shark and the distance between the island and the boat do keep changing depending on which scene you actually see. Sometimes the boat is only 200 metres offshore. In the next scene, it's about 5 kilometres offshore. Also, the shark does tend to range anywhere from, I don't know, about 20 metres to about 3 metres. So take your pick at which actual size it is. Now, nudity quota, because of course that is important, of course, in any B-grade classic. We've got a little bit, but not much. And really, that doesn't bother me at all these days. I mean, let's face it, these sorts of movies don't do that sort of thing anymore. That was something of 30 years ago. I mean, Australian TV now, every second show has got every single person getting nude half the time. So it's got no shock value anymore. So really, you know, who cares? I'm more interested in the two-headed shark. But in saying that, of course, watching Brooke Hogan running around in a bikini, watching Carmen Electra running around in a bikini, I'm not complaining one bit. And in fact, I'll raise my glass and have a drink. Oh, now, was that to Brooke Hogan or to Carmen Electra? Oh, we better have a second one just to be, you know, to get it in. Oh, and they've got two sets of boobs. Yeah, so we better have another. Oh, I think that covers it. Now, of course, Charlie O'Connell is great, as he always is, often pops up in these movies. And, of course, you'll know he is brother from, of course, I suppose, more legitimate cinema. But all in all, it is absolutely fantastic. Also, the very end, where, of course, Brooke Hogan has to single-handedly take on the two-headed shark, has to be seen to be believed. Yes, I love the way that sharks have rubber teeth and they can actually bend. It is most enjoyable to watch. I don't know if I've forgotten anything else that I'm meant to really say. Look, this film, of course, being an offering from Asylum, if you've got pay TV and you've got the Sci-Fi Channel, it will turn up from time to time, along with all the other wonderful other classics. Of course, you know, I mean, let's not even talk about Sharknado. Of course, Sharknado 3 is coming out. Well, I think it's in pre-production at the moment. Cannot wait for that one. In fact, better have another drink. Oh God, I'm getting drunk just even doing the review. Now, is there anything I've forgotten to say? Look, basically, watch this movie. It is fantastic. You've got a giant twin-headed shark. You've got Carmen Electra. You've got Brooke Hogan. You've got a whole heap of, you know, 20-something women and 20-something men. And there's something in here for the girls too, because most of the men run around with their shirts off and they don't look half bad either. There's actually quite a bit of humour. Quite a lot of course, hideous, horrible, blood-soaked deaths, which, of course, none of which ever look realistic. But it is a great one to sit back on a Sunday afternoon or on a Saturday night, pour a glass of wine. I'm going red in the face just talking about it, but it's probably the wine. Just enjoy. I'm so shit at these reviews. Please forgive me, but I absolutely adore them and I just want to share them. Enjoy.